I'm Gabriel Morency for Sports Interaction. Yesterday we talked about how the Big East is the best conference in all of college basketball. If you're going to argue otherwise, it would have to be for the Big 12. Unfortunately, the Big 12 conference tournament is providing absolutely no drama, no excitement, and no value. The Kansas Jayhawks. I think Kansas is going to be the ones to cut down the nets on the first Monday of April. Unfortunately, they're minus 400 in this conference tournament. But hey, they've got to play against somebody in the finale, right? Now, we saw what Kansas did to Kansas State when they were interested. We saw what Kansas did to Missouri when they were interested. When Kansas shows up, I don't think anybody can beat them, let alone in the country, let alone in the Big 12 conference. So, really, we're looking at a hedge opportunity here. We're looking at the Texas Longhorns. The Texas Longhorns really underachieved this year, and if there's one team that really cost me a lot of money this year, it was probably the Texas Longhorns. But hey, it is what it is, and we don't like to live in the past. I think Texas, with all their underachieving, give them a couple of days off and give them an opportunity to get it done against the Baylor Bears. Baylor's a dangerous basketball team coming off a very impressive win over the Texas Longhorns. We got a potential rematch lined up later in the week. I think the winner of that basketball game will be the team to play the Kansas Jayhawks on Sunday afternoon. And when it's all said and done, Kansas will win. But who doesn't like to do a little bit of gardening? Hey, it's springtime, right? Let's get the old clippers out and let's do a little hedge work. If I can get the Baylor Bears at 5-1, or I can get the Texas Longhorns at 7-1 into the finale, then we found out a way of finding some value in this tournament. It's too bad for the Texas A&M Aggies. I think Texas A&M could have went on a little run in this tournament, and at 12-1, some great value with the Aggies, but they're going to have to dance with the Jayhawks much earlier in the tournament than they or I would have liked. So when it's all said and done, I'm going to go with the Kansas Jayhawks at minus 400 to play against the winner of Baylor and Texas, and then we have an opportunity for a little hedging. Now, the Pac-10 has been down all year long. It was an awful football campaign for the Pac-10 conference, and things on the hardwood haven't been much better. But the fact of the matter is, you look at all the NBA players the Pac-10 has provided over the past decade or so, and I'm not surprised that the Pac-10's a little bit down. California is the best team. California will be going to the big dance. Arizona State, Washington, they're knocking on the door. Now, the loser of the Pac-10 conference finale probably ends up in the big game. We all know how these power conferences like to stick together, and it's going to be an embarrassment of epic proportions if the Pac-10 only has one or two teams going to the dance. So don't be shocked if some shenanigans happen. At plus 150, not a lot of value with the Cal Golden Bears. I'm going to take a look at Arizona State. We've got Arizona State at plus 350, and I'm going to take a look at the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona has playmakers, and at 7-8-1, I think the Arizona Wildcats provide some value. Unfortunately, I do believe Cal will be the ones to win this tournament. Now, it's been anything but a down year in the Mountain West. Never mind about TCU football. Now, let's talk about BYU basketball. Let's talk about Sheriff Lobos and Steve Alford's New Mexico Lobos, not to mention the UNLV Running Rebels and San Diego State Aztecs. Both the Rebels and Aztecs, they need deep runs. And UNLV's a perplexing team. I like the UNLV Running Rebels a lot. I think they're a tournament-worthy team, and I believe there'll be teams worse than UNLV playing in the big dance. But hey, it's a cold-ass world that we live in, and we've all got to deal the cards that were dealt. UNLV needs a couple of quality wins. They beat the crap out of BYU a couple of weeks ago in Las Vegas. Ironically enough, the setting of this conference tournament, but it's going to be tough to do it again. UNLV will need to beat BYU again if they want to get into the big dance. Unfortunately, at plus 300, plus 350, not enough value with the UNLV Running Rebels. I think at plus 200, the New Mexico Lobos are definitely worth a look. You know that Coach Alford would like nothing better than to win a conference championship on national television. I'm Gabriel Morency for Sports Interaction.